Turning now to Wall Street, where there's been some mixed economic news this week. Here to tell us what it's all about is CBS News business and economics correspondent. This is Rebecca Jarvis. Rebecca, good to see you this morning. All right, let's talk about this right now. There's a budget battle on the Hill. American companies reporting earnings this week. What effect is that having on stocks right now?
Well, right now, stocks are trying to get their bearing. They're up 4.5% so far this year. But to put that into historical context, they're actually up a lot more significantly. In just the last year and a half alone, stocks are up 17.5%. Still on Wall Street, the main questions are what's going to happen in this budget battle? What's going to happen to our rising national debt? And then on the other side of things, what's going to happen to the employment picture, which remains at this sort of untenable level? We don't want to stay at 8.8% employment. And then on top of that, you have the issue of oil prices that are continuing to climb, and that's a drain on the consumer.
What effect did those unemployment numbers from yesterday have?
Well, yesterday, what you saw is unemployment figures that are the worst that we've seen in 2 months. 412,000 new people went out and filed new claims for unemployment. What that basically means is that we see the unemployment picture actually getting worse rather than better in last week's data, and that had a muted impact on stocks in general.
Okay, you've been talking about oil prices for the last couple of months. Per barrel right now, right at about $110. What type of effect is that having on Americans? And then as we kind of widen the picture, as far as with the summer months fast approaching, what's it going to mean for Americans getting on the roads and driving?
Well, first off, Americans are driving less. 6 in 10 Americans have already pulled back their amount of driving. On top of that, what we're seeing is oil prices continuing to climb and prices at the pump continuing to climb. And analysts say you could actually see prices go higher even if oil prices start coming down a bit. They're going to cost us $69 billion in additional funds just that we're sending out to those countries where we're importing oil from this year if prices stay at these levels.
All right, let's talk about some companies that are moving the markets real quickly. And are oil companies benefiting right now? Yeah,
oil companies certainly are benefiting from higher priced oil. That's what you see from the likes of Chevron and ExxonMobil. But you also see companies like Super Value, which came out with its earnings yesterday, and those companies are skyrocketing. In addition to that, you do see Google, which was down 5%. The good news with Google is that they're hiring the most in their 13-year history, 6,200 new people this year.
God, we'll wait for those two dates on both Chevron and ExxonMobil. Rebecca Jarvis, thank you.
Thanks.
Good to see you this morning.